Yo, 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 yo. What on this man?
Waving hand emoji. Waving hand emoji.
Stefan, thank you very much for the 24 months in a row. I appreciate you. Nikki Arch coming in with a Prime subscription before I even went live as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Welcome. TPC Gabrielle, welcome. Loki, Kerr, Soggy. Andy, Rick Tech, Captain Slow, Captain Kingsmill, yo. Rusty Russ, Mr. Fixers, Gary, Pico Gamering, Sparky, Miro. Good afternoon, chat.
Joey.
Miro. My guy. Thank you very much for the 25 months in a row. I appreciate you and your face. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Such a cutie pie. My plate of food? Welcome, chat. JFix. What on earth do I have here, mate? What kind of a board holder?
Wishing you many more successful and entertaining months.
Viking, thank you very much for the 22 months in a row with a Prime. Very kind message. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. 1,049 total Twitch subscriptions. Can you believe it, chat? Lord the Glove. Live on Kick as well today. Rav, hello. Oh. Today, Rav? Today? Joey got too much energy? I don't know. How are you, Loki? Kingsbell, I hope you're well, my friend. Skinny Kenneth, welcome. How are you? Vital, hello. How are you? I hope you stay strong and healthy this winter. I will try my best, Alexa. I will try my best. Thank you.
Finally able to catch a stream again.
Let's go. 25 months. Let's go. Saber, my guy. Thank you very much. Damien, welcome, my friend. Good to see you, boss. My best inspiration, asking with the parts people and Salem Tech Specs. Let's go, Kenneth. Welcome. I feel honored to be up in that list of names, you know? So thank you. Thank you very much. Still in bed? What time is it there, though, Loki? Like 7? Tomorrow's still looking to be the day? Okay. Okay. But you're there today just for, like, obs and checks and stuff? Good afternoon, EKS. Welcome. Test cables. Plug a cable in both sides. I see. Thank you very much for the bundle, mate. Thank you for the bundle. I really appreciate it. I still got, I think 90% of the things I don't know what they are. Hype train. Guys, thank you very much for the hype train. I appreciate that. Claw coming in as well.
Good morning, Joey and
Good morning, good morning. With a tier 1 for 22 months in a row. Claw, thank you very much. Taking us up to the level 2 hype train. Thank you, my friend. Frosty Bristol, lovely, jubbly, welcome. Am I right in thinking that it's 5 in? Is it 5 in? Obviously, it's USB-C, but I'm just wondering if it is 5Vs. Because 5Vs should be enough to test all cables, right? Mark, welcome. How are you? I really like the starting suit animation screen. You mean this one? Yeah, buddy. Plantalanta, welcome. There's 230 volts. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. No, welcome. Graham, yo, how are you? Welcome, my friend. I love that cable tester. Mine works great. Yeah, thank you very much, JFix. I appreciate that. I got a bunch of other things from JFix as well. He kindly sent over a box. I think this is like a, I want to say a flux dispenser. And some tweezers. Where's my tweezers? A spudger as well. So maybe like a little kit. Those, I got those exact batteries, by the way. The CR2 032s from Amazon. I start the garage fund. There is no garage fund. Guys, let it go. Let it go. What I told you, what's probably going to happen is I'm going to wait up until the point that my son needs a room, and then I'm going to wait maybe a month before that needs to happen, and then it will happen. That's pretty much it. That's how this is most probably going to go. Trip Brill coming in with a prime for 3 months, helping that hype train along. Thank you very much, my friend. Level 2, 2 minutes left on the clock. Thank you. Is that charging? I think so. Tristan, welcome. Coffee, welcome. What is the meme about tweezers? There is no meme. They're just my tweezers. Overway, my guy. Loki, it was their cap near the EC chip that caused the second ally not to work. I'm 2 for 2. Let's go. Well done, nerd. I had a dead cap near one of the... Well, it wasn't near the EC chip. It was next to the MOSFETs. Oh, no wonder that was so bright. I was burning my eyelids. I was like, why is it so bright in here? What's going on? Staring into the sun. The sun in the palm of my hands is a quote from what film, chat? Good evening. I have a simple question. Do you recommend preheating station for soldering? No. I mean, you can definitely do a lot of things without it. I'd never use a preheating station for soldering. Spider-Man, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Dr. Octopus. Is it Doc Ock? That's the one, Doc Ock. Doc Ock. DJ over on Kick as well. DJ, thank you. I appreciate that. One in the chat if you saw Saturday's video. Part 2 of the laptop series is done and dusted now. Do you guys know what video I've got coming on Wednesday? I'm going to guess that you don't. 1 minute left on the hype train. Level 2. Thank you very much, Mr. Master, coming in with a prime subscription. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Where are you? Nerd, where are you? Are you in the UK or are you US? Bugsy, welcome. How are you? Long time no speak. Hope you're well. Yeah, J-Fix. No pressure. When are we expecting part 2 of the laptop? Austria. Whatever helps. I've just sold one without a charger for 280. But, I mean, it really depends on your location. Really depends on your location as to how much you're going to be able to get them for. Working full-time at the weekend, I'll make part 2. Nice, okay. So part 2 expected on the weekend, roughly. It also depends on what happens with that fix on the weekend. So on Wednesday, chat, we've got a video of me using this to solder. On Wednesday, coming to a screen near you. £17 on a soldering iron. How do I solder with a £17 soldering iron? It's a good video, in my opinion. Might not be what you're expecting, and that could go either way. The first thing it came with, the first thing I opened it, I unzipped it, it said, warning electric shock. Hey man, finally got a hobby after some time thinking about it, and thanks to you, your videos help so much. Thank you, I appreciate that. I mean, I've not necessarily done anything, but thank you. Do we look a little bit dark here, or we look good? I don't know. Sad. Why? Why? Why are you gone, man? Why? Where did you go? Please come back. Hello? Where are you? Ah. Where be my Matt? Matt, where me be? There you are. Well, what if I told you I was looking at another ROG ally today, chat? Yep. I want to get the inventory gone. Loki, I know you said about the, you said about the fuse for the SD card. Well, good thing is I've got a couple of donor boards now, haven't I? So I should be able to take the fuses from those. Because I think you said you were going to send me the values of the fuse that I need to get. And I'm assuming that the right fuse it's meant to go on is higher in amp draw, right? Ardronix, welcome. How are you? Now, you guys are talking about these fuses popping. I've fixed now in the region of 10 allies. I was going to say aggies. I fixed in the region of 10 allies. I've never had one with an SD card issue. Never. Captain Slow coming in with a Prime subscription. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, Loki, I can just use a fuse from a donor board, right? They're there for there being a reason, you know. Will that be today? Will that today be? Yeah, will today be that day? I see. Yeah, potentially. Ben, welcome, buddy. How are you? Where'd you get that DS frame behind you? It was gifted to me by a friend of the channel. The Met Cow Killer. What's the Met Cow Killer, JFix? Who killed the Met Cow? Nobody can kill the Met Cow. The Met Cow's untouchable. Great. Oh, the £15, the £17 one. Yeah, that's what I should have called the video. The Met Cow Killer, question mark. So, what's the value that they come with? What's the value that they come with, the ROG allies, fuse-wise? Let me guess. Let me guess, chat. 3 amps. Is it 1 amp? Is that why it breaks? Loki's put lol. So I think he's saying that as in like, get a grip, Joey. It's lower. It must be lower. If it breaks, it must be lower, right? Can't be higher. Concord coming in with a tier 1 for 4 months. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Either that or I've said something really dumb. I mean, there's you know, you can take a lol 2 ways. Red Sun, welcome. How are you? Give me a minute to copy and paste my findings. How? I can just Google, right? Part of the 3.3 requires 0. Wait. While some community members estimate the circuit requires 0.5 amps, reports indicate the fuse may trigger prematurely or develop high resistance loads as low as 100 milliamps. So what size is the fuse? Because surely 100 milliamps is fine, right? What size is the fuse? Bridging fuse is bad. Yes, main AC, don't for the bridge AC. 3.3 volts, 1.8. 3.3, okay. So wait, I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what the issue is specifically, you know? Ian, welcome. How are you? You can't because I reverse engineered fuse setup. Is there no control on the fuse there, would you? That's all I know. You inspired me to for both a phone fix and a laptop. Let's go! One of the kings of e-waste reduction. I don't know about that, Kenneth, but I appreciate it. Just wait for my copy paste. Yeah, 1.5 amp. I mean, but I don't understand what the issue is. Like, how does that fuse keep going bang? Is it just too low in amps?
All right, so a lot of people with the SD card questions over and over again. That's the PRMs, the hot part. So they use doing 100-degree Celsius here, overheat. The people who are running manual fan curves, they haven't had the issues either.
Oh, it's the fans.
So
Is it the fans?
How to avoid it? Do a manual fan curve. I have a manual fan. I have to. Don't care.
So you can do a manual fan curve. That can help avoid it. I see. I see. So what's happening is it's causing the heatsink is causing the SD card reader to get hot, and then the heat is what's popping the fuse. No. Danny, welcome. How are you? Batman coming in with a 3-stream streak. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Look at this. Way more blown fuses. Cheap. Yeah, true. I recorded the entire time repairing the Ally. Need a better camera and sound setup for sure. Yeah, it's a test on its own. It's a test on its own. Just wait for my copy paste. Let me load up my Discord, and then we're gonna get another Ally. Or is he gonna? He might copy and paste in Twitch. I'm just trying to find a little bit more information about it, you know, like why does it actually pop? Is it because of that? Oh, that fuse is cut in half. Wow. Yeah, that's gone bang, 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 bang. Reddit post investigating. So that's the same Reddit post. So what does it say? Wait there. It's still going strong. Reads fine, no dropouts. Just to mention here before continuing, the fuse G on my board is mainly failing due to its surrounding heat over time. A simple temporary solution is heat the fuse with a soldering iron, some solder, and flirt for a bit. If the resistance is back to nearly 0 ohms, it's good to go. Bridging fuse is bad. However, the SD reader supports UHS2. The reader outputs 2 voltages on pin card 3.3 for 3.3 UHSI and SD VDD2 for 1.8 volts. On my findings, measured on normal SD cards, UHS1, the VDD voltage is low once no SD is inserted. Once inserted, it goes to high 3.3. Okay. On chip 3.3 power switch for SD card power is 800 milliamps worth of current. Support over current protection mechanism. Over current flag is inserted. Over 800 milliamps. On a resetting fuse, the higher temp means the lower the fuse can take before tripping. It's about 50% current at 60 degrees Celsius. So current fuses are 0.75 amps hold, 1.5 amps trip. However, normal operation of the SD card can just use 0.8 amps before the controller will throttle. Normal operation can resume is 0.75 to 0.8, then 1.5 to 2. 0.75 amp trip at 60 degrees. 1.95/2 is 0. So basically 1 amp, which is what I would expect if there's an actual problem. So why did they not just put a higher fuse? Matibus Prime, welcome. How are you? Manifesting only fixes today. I hope so, Keyblade. How are you today? Good morning from the States. Been a YouTube enjoyer. First time seeing you live before I head to work. Cheers. Let's go. Seldom. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Hi, Joey. Good afternoon from Greece. Hello, Geodoll. Welcome. The updated boards have a higher fuse. Ah, what the Xbox allies. Montarock coming in with a prime for 2 months in a row. Montarock, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Right. I am aching today, FYI. I feel sorry for myself. But I'm now going to go up into the loft. And I might not come back down, depending on how my legs work. So if I don't come back down, just know that I'm in the loft. I'll take my headset up on me so you guys can hear. But just know that I might not come down. Because I'm feeling sorry for myself today. Let's go. Right. I'll bring down as many rogs as I can carry, which is probably going to be 2. Yeah. What?
This is why I always skip leg day.
What? Because of the loft situation? Is everything today? Like, I don't think it was a silly mistake to go to the gym today because I had a rest day yesterday, but I definitely have DOMs today. Not Dominoes, for those wondering. DOMs. What's this? 40 BIOS password. Lovely jubbly Loki, hey? Lovely jubbly Loki. Wait, where's the other? Oh, there's one down in the box there. SD card slot not working. Let's should we investigate this one whilst we're here? Is there a possibility it could be a chip? Thank you very much for. I'm assuming a prime. It wasn't a gifted. That leaves 2 options: a prime or a tier 1. Thank you very much for that, guys. I can't carry 3 Rogue Allies. That's where I'm at right now. 3.
Garage find.
There is no garage fund. Who was that? Thank you very much. Regardless. Right, we're down. Loft, ladder up. I can't wait to sit down, man. Lord the glove. I cannot wait to sit down. Can we start with the SD card one because we're talking about it? I think so, hey? That would make sense. SD card slot no working. Right, let's have a look. Alright, chat. Who was it? Amy Spiffy coming in with a prime subscription. Amy, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Yeah, still feeling the gym. Yeah. Captain Kingsmill, thank you very much for the 100 bits as well. I appreciate you. How are you today, mate? Sorry if I missed your message earlier. PZ52 coming in with a $2 super chat as well. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, today felt really good in the gym because I was actually going for a little bit more lighter weight. So I'm bulking at the moment, right? So a lot of my workouts at the moment are like anywhere from 6 to 10 reps, right? To try and build muscle. And today I was aching quite bad. Like my legs and my abs and like my middle section. I was like, it's not going to be a heavy one today because I don't think it's going to go too well. So for the first time in a very long time, I was operating between like the 10 and 15 sort of range for reps, and it felt really good. Lower weights, but it felt really, really good. Just bigger stretches, range of movement, and all that good stuff. So it felt good today, but I feel like it's going to finish me off. You know, I'll probably have to have another rest day tomorrow, I imagine, because I don't do ice baths. I don't mind them. I just don't do them for recovery. I'm not that keen. You know what I mean? I'm not that keen to then have to summon my inner self and go ahead to then do an ice bath. Do you know what I mean? I'll wait a day. SD card one, all you have to do is reflow the left SD card fuse. It won't last forever though. I'm going to send you the replacement number. Okay, wait, yeah, but if it's blown, I just replace it with a donor, right? No, I still not got snow, man. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. We got so teased with it, like, I'd say 0.5 millimeter of snow. Half a millimeter of snow. It was blanketed. It looked gorgeous, man. And it was sunny and it was amazing. Yesterday, I was like, yes, this is everything I want. I was going out in my t-shirt. I was just happy. Then I woke up this morning because it's just been cold. It's just been so cold. So I was like, it's going to snow. Of course it's going to snow. Even if we get the slightest bit of rain, that's how it works, right? I woke up chatting nothing. I said, what am I even doing in the UK? What am I doing here? We don't... I mean, the sun... When the sun comes to the UK, it's blistering hot. It's too much. All right? When the snow comes, it doesn't exist. It just turns to ice. You miss... Like, we get none of the fun part. You know what I mean? We might get a month or two of, like, a nice spring or autumn. But the winter and the summer suck. For me personally. Other people might really enjoy it. I don't like it. I just want to be cold. I want it to be cold, sunny days with snow everywhere. Because I can't even tell you how that played on my mood yesterday. Seeing that weather, being out in that like 0.5 millimeters worth of snow was incredible. Yeah. I'm moving to Canada, chat. I told you. It's going to happen. I'm moving straight to Canada. Because I think Canada, especially like Winterpeg, aka Winnipeg. You know what I mean? Stone here right now a lot. Can take some snow if you want. Gladly. Send me some. 75 Fahrenheit today. What's 75 Fahrenheit, chat? That's quite low, isn't it? Winnipeg is rough. Do not move there. What? Bikes and chill. What do you mean? Everything I've seen on Winnipeg is good. Everything. House prices are really good. They're going up slightly because apparently a lot of people are moving there. But apparently Winnipeg's got like some good history. You know? Why is it rough? I've been watching a Canadian streamer and she's been saying the quality of life is still expensive there. Yeah. Oh, 75. Oh, that's hot then. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. House prices are good for a reason. Why? What, in Winnipeg? What's wrong with Winnipeg, guys? Don't, because you're like the first people to tell me that something's wrong with Winnipeg. You don't move to Winnipeg by choice. What? What's going on? I'm in Canada. Quality of life is getting more expensive if you can afford it. Though, fire it over. Winnipeg has a lot of crime. Really? Cold isolation crime. I want somewhere in Canada that is majority snow, chat. I want somewhere in Canada that is majority snow. Not all year round, obviously, but majority. And the winter's nice and it has nice, and the summer's nice and it has nice scenery. I don't care for a 30 degrees. I don't care for a 30 degrees heat. I'm not about that. I'm like a nice 20-degree sunny day. Newfoundland, where I live, 8 months of the year. Nice. Edmonton or Calgary. But guys, where are we talking? Like good house prices and a lot of snow and not a lot of crime. Where are we looking? Those are the three things. Good house prices, a lot of snow, not a lot of crime. You don't want to move to Canada? What are you talking about, Busky? Why? Quebec? Isn't Quebec a French-speaking place? Is Quebec a French-speaking place? Yeah, French-speaking culture. That's where my boy Zach lives, yeah? That's where Zach lives. The first video that comes up is we visited Quebec, and it's like stepping into a fairy tale. You're kind of close to the US, no? North Finland. Ooh, Finland. Finland North. Finland North. Yeah, that's Lapland, though. Hold on. The prices up there would be nutty, right? How many years of experience do you have fixing things? And how do you start from scratch preparing electronics, possible graphics card? That's a real tough thing to start with because you need so much equipment. Exclamation mark Learnrepair is your best bet. And I've been doing it now for coming up to 6 years next month. Won't be like most places. Great to visit if it's already live there. I don't know, man. I hear loads of people talk about how much they love Canada, no? I want to move somewhere where less snow. Florida, where the sun lives. It was minus 40 degrees on Monday. What? Minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. What? My daughter moved to Matane, Quebec. I went there and didn't want to come back to France. Matane? It looks beautiful, man. It looks beautiful. Big lakes. Oh, right on the ocean as well. It's next to the ocean. Wow. Oh, not. Oh, wait. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's not like the ocean, but it goes like round to the ocean, right? The North Atlantic Ocean. Wait, Montreal is tiny, chat. Wait, is Montreal? What is Montreal? Because you got Quebec, you got Ontario. Is Montreal a city? Wait, chat. Quebec's huge, man. I wouldn't be able to pronounce half the places, man. Look at that. What? No, chat. These are made up places, man. What are you talking about? You're telling me these are real places? You're lying to me if you tell me. If you tell me these are real places, you're lying. Chat, these aren't real places, man. There's no way. Like, what? There's a town in Australian Northern Territory called Humpty Doo. I feel like I need to go there. Gravely and money accepted. Thank you very much for the follows. I appreciate it. Well, I just don't understand, man. I didn't know. Yes, they are. There are 2 cities in Quebec. Oh, Quebec is a province. So it's Quebec City and Montreal. I see. Loki's messaged me. Oh, is that the fuse? Is that the fuse, Loki? What rated is that? Oh, it's a 1 amp. Wait, can I eBay this? Or is it going to be a special thing? I think it's worth just having these fuses just in case, right? But I can take it from, for now, I can take it from a donor. Or I think Loki was saying, I can't even buy them. Wait, £63 postage from Germany. What? Wait, what about AliExpress? Why is it so expensive? Doesn't exist on AliExpress apparently. What? How does that? Okay. All right. We've had a bunch of ice storms and power outages lately. 3 outages. Generator is going to get a spa day. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. All right. Okay. So listen to me, guys. All right. Listen up. I paid a grand total of £155 for this faulty ROG Ally. Gecko am coming in with the Prime subscription. Minus 10 degrees now here at the moment, about 3 centimeters of snow. I'm in southern part of Finland. So does it snow quite a lot in Finland, I imagine? Do you have to pay custom fees when you order stuff from AliExpress? I don't, Bohemian. No. If it's under a certain amount, you don't have to worry about it for us in the UK. That's why it's like, I think there's like it's probably around about £200 limit, I think. But think about something had to make it happen in the first place. Don't you have to figure out what made them blow the fuse? No, because there's a really common issue with the ROG Allies which blows the fuse. So the fault with this ROG Ally specifically is that the SD card doesn't work. It did say it on the box. But first of all, I obviously need to make sure that it turns on. Oh, do we have a charger? We do. Amazing. Big profitos. Oh, okay. They've just stuffed it in there because, yeah, presumably it's just rattling about. That's cool. So on the side of the box, we can see here, SD card slot not working. Windows 11 OG box. Cool. So I'll have a look and just make sure that it actually turns on first. That's going to be my first portal call. Hey, Joey, I bought the Mechanic Glass IPA dispenser. It's so good. Isn't it? Isn't it really good? Yeah. Exclamation mark tools in the chat. Exclamation mark tools in the chat. Randomly, I think if you live in Israel, there's some big discounts on at the moment with AliExpress, by the way. There's a campaign to push for that. Where did you learn SMD soldering? Any tips? I learned it all from online. All from online. Yeah, exclamation mark tools will show you the list of tools that I currently use. Exclamation mark tools. Let's see what happens. Where's the PLD situation? So yeah, Gecko. I would just say you can learn from YouTube. You do exclamation mark Learnrepair. There'll be a video there that will kind of give you the good starting points, you know. Answer to a lot of the questions that you're probably thinking. Right, let's see what we get. Does it turn on? Good so far. Bump up. I know these now like the back of my hand. I don't. But I'm getting better with them. So this is normal. Turn her on. Might be flat. I have charging light. I'll just give it a couple seconds. Might be doing something. If I'm ordering McDonald's, Mr. Raw, you don't want to get me on that conversation. Bud, welcome. How are you? I've been seeing a lot of people overcharging shipping on eBay lately. It means I pay $13 shipping when I can get... Oh, wow. I'm about to head in. I'm a Big Tasty sort of guy. Like, they had the double Big Tasty recently. I definitely got one of those to at least experience and see what that was like. Big Tasty is probably my favorite burger. The Big Tasty. It has to be. Big Tasty. Large Big Tasty meal. And then I'll probably get something like a cheeseburger on the side or some... what are the strips called? The chicken strips. What is a Big Tasty? If you don't know what a Big Tasty is, you don't know. You just don't know. Okay. If you don't know what a Big Tasty is, Quarter Pounder is really good. All right, brilliant. So it doesn't turn on. Why on earth do you not turn on? Let's go for that EC reset. So I'm going to hold it down. Stop it, Joey. Everybody's supposed to be on diets. The amps are climbing ever so slightly, so it could just be a very flat battery. It's peaked at 404. Right, and then if I let go now, we should see a bit of a bump. A bump and a jump. Okay, I'm just going to see if it goes past 410, because that's the same. That's the same at the moment. McRib. Try the Philly cheesesteak when you get a chance, when it's in rotation. You won't be disappointed. I haven't tried the Philly cheesesteak yet. Yeah, the sauce from the Big Tasty is crazy work. It is. Yeah. It is. It is. Big Tasty is like a small Whopper. Absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. Do you know what? I do love a Whopper. I do love a Burger King. I do. I've not had one in years, right? But what I will say, the chips from Burger King are elite. The chips are very good. Well, they used to be anyway. The chips from Burger King are elite. What I will say, though, is that the burgers are great, but I don't know what it is, man. The buns from Burger King are sometimes so dry. Like, if the buns weren't dry from Burger King, it'd be lovely. But the fact is, sometimes the buns are so dry, it's just like cardboardy. The filling's lovely, in my opinion. But the burgers seem to be dry, whereas McDonald's don't have the dry burger situation. McDonald's don't have the dry burger situation. I never had a dry burger from Mackey's, I don't think. Actual burger bun. I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I did that. Wendy's in the UK is great. I've not had a Wendy's, personally. Squeezing what? Guys, I'm squeezing the buns. The burger... Let me reset. Wait there. I'm just going to reset. And this pains me because I have to get up. Wait there. Let me reset my head. All right. I've reset. I've done a hard EC reset on myself. Okay. I'm good. A quarter pounder is a quarter pounder with cheese, silvered... Yeah. Slivered onions, pickles, mustard, ketchup on a toasted sesame bun. Ordered one with bacon, which has barbecue and sure. You're making me very hungry. Five Guys meant to be pretty good. I think I've had one Five Guys. I can't remember it though. So I mean, I think Five Guys meant to be really expensive though, right? Popeyes. I never had a Popeyes. Never had a Popeyes. Burger King burgers are great. Fries suck here though. The fries for us are actually okay. What's going on here? It's not charging. Why? I mean, the error with this is meant to be SD card not working. So why on earth would it just not turn on? No more expensive than Burger King or McDonald's. What? I thought Five Guys was meant to be very expensive. Oh, we just went up to 402. I thought Five Guys was meant to be very expensive. I could be wrong. Five Guys. Can I order? I can't order now, but is that delivery? New loaded fries from Five Guys. Hold on. A lettuce wrap and Coca-Cola Zero refill. 24 grams of protein for 246 calories. I mean, that's really good. That's really good for a burger. Oh, it's got a lettuce wrap. It's wrapped in lettuce. Okay, all right. Well, I kind of should have realised that. Yeah, but it's not quality protein, is it? I mean, protein's protein, right? Protein's protein. Yes, would you rather get your protein from natural sources? Absolutely. I mean, beef is a pretty natural source of protein, if we're being honest with ourselves. It's better than a protein shake, right? Oh, but that's not bad. Oh, wait. The bundle was only £10. So this is £10 for a lettuce wrap, Coca-Cola. But you're getting a lettuce wrap. Yeah, a lettuce wrap. All right, what's going on here? Now, apparently the milkshakes at Five Guys are unbelievable. They do dogs. Hot dogs. I should caveat. They do hot dogs. Chat, do you know what the funny thing is? I had 4 eggs on 4 bits of sourdough bread just before I went live. And do you know how hungry I am? How bad is that? How bad is that? I probably had like maybe 600 to 800 calories just before I started the stream. And now I'm looking at all of this and I've just eaten food. My body's craving calories. And I'm already having so many I'm not looking forward to my cut. I'll tell you that for free. I'm not looking forward to it. Do you know what? Oh, here we go. Okay, right. I just took a little bit of time. Right, hopefully this should speed up now. There is different types of proteins. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And amino acids as well. Yeah. I do drink electrolytes. I do. I drink, is it SIS, chat? So, a fun story, whilst this turns on. SIS packs. I think they're called SIS. Yeah, oh, it stands for Science in Sport. I didn't know that. But yeah, I drink some SIS stuff. Because, do you know what I noticed? When I was going to the gym, and this is a weird one, right? when I was going to the gym and I was doing my leg days, even up until recently, I noticed that I was feeling really sick. I was feeling really sick, and I never usually drink too much when I go to the gym. Sometimes I don't even take a drink, right? But on this occasion I did. I took a drink and I felt sick, and then I went again and I'd done legs after a couple of weeks of not doing it, and I didn't have a drink and I felt sick, and I was like, okay, well, I'm using a lot of power here, because you obviously your legs are where your biggest muscles are. So I was like, no wonder I'm feeling sick. So the next time I went, I brought like loads of water. And what I've noticed about myself and my body personally, I don't know if anybody else goes through this, but whenever I burn a lot of calories, and whenever I get like sweaty, right? When I sweat a lot, I'm just going to turn that over. I don't want to dox anyone. When I sweat a lot and I drink loads of water, so like if I drink loads of water in quick succession and I sweat a lot, the headaches I get are relentless, chat. The headaches I get are so bad. Really, really bad. And I think it's because I'm actually flushing out all of my salts and everything. I'm flushing out all of my salt and everything like that. So then my body, my energy, my levels are all over the place. So what I started doing is I started drinking, sipping instead of downing. But then I feel like I'm not really hydrating as much as I should be, or that I can. So then what I did, oh, it's been set up. What's happened here? Oh, I've got to go through Windows setup. You're joking. Honestly. Oh, I have an update for you guys as well. I did try to clone an SSD. So JFix, I don't know if you remember you saying about cloning the SSD for this. I cloned an SSD, a bit of a sidetrack. I cloned the SSD. I tried to put the SSD in one of the ROG allies that I have. And it was a fully updated Windows situation of the SSD. And it had BitLocker encryption. So unless you physically set the BitLocker key, I don't think you can. But yeah, it was a BitLocker key. Yeah, a BitLocker after cloning the SSD. So it was a fresh install of Windows on this M.2, and I put that fresh install onto another ROG ally, and it came up with BitLocker. So GG, basically. So what I was saying is I get a massive headache. I don't know if anybody else is like this. Maybe you just don't realize it yet. But if you do get lots of headaches, I found that when I burn a lot of stuff, when I burn a lot of energy and I sweat a lot and I drink water, that's when I tend to get a headache. So I either need to sip the water and take it slow so it doesn't wash out all my salts and all the good stuff. Or what I need to do is, I think what's worked is drink electrolytes. So that's why I bought the SAS, that's like a TV program in the UK. The SIS tablets. So I put an SIS tablet with just like 500 grams of water or milliliters of water, either or, because they're pretty much the same. And yeah, I it's been okay at the moment. So I haven't felt sick when I've done any leg workouts. When I've done that, and also I haven't had headaches after. It's just crazy, isn't it? Isn't it crazy, chat? How you find out more about yourself the older you get. So like, sometimes I think it takes you a very long time to figure certain stuff out. But I didn't even think of that as a problem before, and then I kind of put two and two together. Why am I getting headaches? Okay, let's chat GPT it and do some research. Oh, that sounds like a very definite reason. You know? Oh my gosh. Okay, right, chat, there is one more ROG ally listed on eBay. One of them has just been bought. Anybody in the chat buy that ROG ally? Anybody in chat just buy that ROG ally on my eBay? Because there is one left on my eBay, and it comes with a charger, and it's listed at 320. There's one left. I sold two, and I only listed them last night. So if you're wanting a ROG ally, exclamation mark eBay, now would be your time to shine. In the UK, specifically. You're correct, Joey. I'm a medic. So you're thinking correctly. Really, Vince? So does that make sense? What about creatine? I take creatine. I actually take 5 grams of creatine a day. There's a lot of science stuff behind creatine, saying how it's okay and whatnot. Joey, the sole distributor of repair tech in the UK. I wouldn't go that far. But I do like to think that I put things back into society, you know. For cash monies, of course. I feel like when I take creatine, it helps my brain. I know that sounds really strange, but yeah, I feel like when I take creatine, I actually think clearer. I know it sounds really, really strange, but I generally believe that. For some reason, I feel more sharp. Had a good end of the year, Joey. I got a job doing console and controller repairs for a large game shop at the flea market here. I do all the work at home during the week and then drop off on the weekend. Let's go, Kyle. Is business good for yourself? Well done, mate. That sounds amazing. How many do you do a week? Shibby, yo! How are you? Guys, I'm going through all of the Windows Update business. I'm not going to do all of the Windows updates because they've said that the SD card's not working. So my plan here is to actually just boot into Windows, be able to test the SD card situation. But I'm probably going to have to test games and everything anyway. So I will need to set everything up on this ROG Ally. Get another driver ROG Ally update thing, I guess. I'm not getting my tips until next week, by the way. You know my JBC ones I ordered. They won't come until next week. But I did order a temporary knife tip on eBay that I do have. Well, I don't have in my possession yet, but I've ordered and it's been delivered. Arafel, welcome. Okay, it's just going through the updates now. When I was training, I found when I was taking creatine and BCAA tablets, I had the best recovery. Yes. I don't know if creatine actually does anything for recovery. I don't think it does. I think it just holds, doesn't creatine like hold water? It's best for like, it does really well for like water retention. Whereas like, I think BCAA is good for recovery. I don't know what I'm talking about, by the way. And I think BCAA is like amino acids and whatnot. I think that's what amino acids. I think it's the AA part. I don't know. But yeah, I don't take any BCAAs. I just take my creatine and I take my protein shakes. I have one protein shake in the morning, but it's not an actual shake. I literally put the protein powder in with my oats and my yogurt. So that's what I have. But I don't have any BCAAs. Maybe I should look at getting some BCAAs, but I haven't really felt like achy recently, you know, until the last like week. I went to gym 5 days last week. That's the most I've done in a long time. And whenever I've usually done 5 days of exercise in a week, one of those sessions is usually squash. So I'm like max 4 at the gym. Whereas this last week that went by, I went 5 days at the gym. So I'm definitely feeling it more. I'm very fragile. But yeah, I should get some BCAAs. You're right. If I plan on doing 5 days a week at the gym, I should definitely get some BCAAs. Good morning, Joey. Day 2 at the game store. It looks like I'll be doing a lot of diagnostics at the start. Lots of inventory to go through. Let's go, Kaz. I love that. I love that. From what I've seen, heard, BCAAs are not worth it. Interesting. We're on 30% download, apparently. I stand by it, chat. Listen to me right now. I stand by it. I am not confident or competent at many things in life. If I had a pizza shop, I think it would do well. If I had a pizza shop, I think it would do well. That's one of the only things I'm confident about in life. One day, chat. My retirement is probably going to be me opening a pizza shop. That would be my retirement because I'll be so happy to do it and just make pizza all day. I'm so upset that I've not been able to make pizza in a very long time. I reckon if you had a repair shop, it would do well. I do think it would do well, but I'm not prepared for the stress that comes with it. I'm not prepared for the stress that comes with it. Kenneth, I'm not going to say I know quite a bit about it because I don't. But what I will say is that I've made my fair share of pizzas at home with my pizza oven from scratch. And I can make, I like to think, a good dough. It needs to get a lot better. There's so much room for improvement in my dough. But, well, where's Kingsmill? Kingsmill, you here? Yeah, pizza and repair. Imagine like having that. Imagine having a pizza shop, pizza and repair. You drop your stuff off. And if you paid a certain amount for expediting the repair, you then got a free pizza or something. Owning your own store is stressful. The overhead is nuts. The stress is real. My wife did that for a while. Stress was wild. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Is your pizza oven electric? No, it's gas. It's gas. I usually operate around about 400 to 450 degrees. It is pretty much the same as my hot air gun. Joey, pizza needs to be ordered in advance as his dough takes 3 to 4 days. Some days my dough can take a long time. Some days my pizza dough sometimes my pizza dough could take a while. It depends. It depends. I mean, pizza shop would just be as stressful. I don't know, man. Turn on TTS. My TTS is on, boy. I don't know. I don't think... I think actually repair shop is more stressful than a pizza shop. Is what I would hazard a guess, by the way. I would hazard a guess. I wouldn't say for sure that is the situation because I don't know, because I've not done either of them. But I can imagine that repairs are more stressful than pizza. However, it obviously comes with a lot of its own stresses, like if your dough is off and, you know, or it's expired or whatever. And when I say expired, you can actually then use that dough to create a new dough, and it helps with the fermentation if your dough actually runs out a little bit over its due date. It can help. But I mean, there's so much to experiment with, like pizza. And I feel like with pizza, you can have an off pizza quite often. Like you could just have an off pizza and it would still be fine. Could you be so honed in on your like dough? If you mess up a repair, you've messed up a repair. You can't, well, you can half go a repair, but it won't work out for your business. Thing is, if you half go a pizza, I feel like you get away with it. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds really stupid. It's two different business models entirely, but yeah. Old dough adds amazing flavor. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. In your starter. All right, Joey, I'm along for the ride on these allies today. I'm a regular viewer. You can be in full control of the repair. Oh, I don't. Okay. All right. All right. We know how I get on with this situation. I've made Poolish and I've made Biga as well. I've made Poolish and Biga. I've tried both. Not many times, but I've tried both. For me, Poolish seems to be better. I manage a restaurant and own a repair shop. Own a repair shop is much better. Yeah, but what was your restaurant, Dan? Was your restaurant pizza or was it just like all foods? Because listen, guys, if I ran a pizza shop, you best believe there'll be 4 pizzas. That's it. Yes, Captain Kingsmill, I did call you out. I did say it's Kingsmill here because he can back me on a lot of this stuff. I did ask if you were here. Will you live stream when you're making pizzas? I have done. I have done, chat. I've done that. Let me show you. Pizza. When I got 100k, I done it. Yeah. When I done 100k, I done it. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this. Now, these pizzas were awful, so please don't judge me based on these pizzas, okay? These pizzas were not great. These pizzas were not great. Okay, let me just confirm. These pizzas are not great. But this is the setup that we had. The setup kind of worked, right? I think it'll round off at about... This was your boiler.
So they were
making
like a $5 up.
Pizzas.
Guys, what do we think?
Here we go. So we're going to put... Yeah, this is me making the dough. I don't know. Was this the same day dough? I don't know if it's the same day dough or not. I can't remember. Clear out the bowl in a minute. We're just going to do that whole... Yeah, and then get my kneading technique. This is my kneading technique. Come on. Get to the kneading.
Nice strong dough this is.
Yeah. That's my kneading technique. I like this. I like this technique.
65% hydration has a real nice feel to it, if I'm honest.
There we go.
So
talking hydration.
Just go around, pick up those stragglers.
Yeah.
The bits.
Yeah.
I've got semolina. Semolina we'll use in the...
And then you pick up all the bits on the counter, man, and get all of that in there.
Not my usual content, is it? But
no, it's not. But yeah, man, I mean, this dough felt nice, but I think what I didn't let it ferment long enough. I can't remember if it was same day or not. Let me see. February 8th, 2025.
Film rather than put the lid on.
Because see, look, I've also put, so I wouldn't do this now, but I've also put quite a lot of oil here. I wouldn't put the oil there. I think my camera froze at this point.
For this time.
You don't need oil on pizza. I think that's where I also messed up.
And
I could have wrapped it up, but yeah, I also prick a little hole in it now to make sure I get a little bit of air in there just to help the fermentation process. And then with the potatoes, with the tomatoes,
appreciate you guys.
yeah, I just do it with my hand. You know, a little bit of pulp, you know, all that good stuff. Try and keep it as authentic as possible.
If that makes any sense.
This mozzarella is actually pretty good, but you know, I've never really dabbled with really, really fresh mozzarella. But I put it in like a strainer. It didn't do much. It's done nothing, by the way. And they're really thick slices. It should have been thinner. So yeah, there's a lot that I look back on here and I go, yeah, I've done it wrong. But then if we show, this is my is the famous garage chat. And we look at this bad boy. And there's my little butane. Is it butane or propane? I have no idea. It's one of the two. There's my pizza oven. There's the boy. I actually broke this.
Can you confirm
recently
whether it's okay or not, guys? After I've done that,
And then here we go. Look.
get all of these.
Okay, so I'm mixing up some more cheese. Here we go. And then where's the first? I think it's the first one that I made. This is awful. Yeah, it's just not. Look, it's. You can tell. You can tell. Look, you can tell. This is really bad.
This one. So I guess
This is really bad.
that'll sort of do for the.
Yeah, I wasn't happy because it wasn't stretching, so it hasn't had enough time to ferment. Also, can you see the bits of oil on the side here? Oil on the crust. It's not good.
That's quite
Because
thin in
what I've had here is I've had like semolina and stuff stick to the crust. You don't want that
the middle here.
because that's what burns in the oven.
And
So this
what
is
you
really
don't
bad.
wanna do-
And that is quite water. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to do much with the sauce itself, but it looks
Sure.
quite watery. So maybe I
I'll
could
be
have
able to
strained a
tell
little
you.
bit of the juice out of it. And then I think the result for that. Did I go over the result or not?
Don't want it to be really uneven.
Wait, is that the same pizza?
At the same
Here we go.
time.
Look. So there's the pizza in. Ready? There's the pizza in the oven. And chat, trust me when I say I'm going to speed it up for you. But this is how quick the Neapolitan style pizzas cook.
I'm gonna.
Captain Kingsmill is an expert in this field,
Right.
FYI. So there's my oven. I think the oven, like I said, runs at between 4 to 450. It depends. I'm a 2x it, just so you don't get bored.
Get a nice
But look how quick this pizza goes.
Nice launch. Get back inside quick.
So can you see it rising in the middle, right? So what do? I have to create a little bit of an air bag. I should have been quicker here, but I didn't see it. I think I was like sorting out stream and stuff.
Is it bubbling? No, we're good.
You need to get the peel under there, Joe. That's it. So you can like reset. It's called like a factory reset, you know?
Time pretty much
Give it a
all
little
the
spin.
Looking good. You guys can see okay?
Yeah.
How's the quality of everything? Is it nice?
But the dough wasn't fermented enough. The fermentation process wasn't long enough.
All right.
But you can see this is 2x
Keep
speed.
on top. Perfect. Good.
You see, just about getting a nice rise. We're leoparding. It's called leoparding, which is like the black dots on the dough.
Risky and dangerous, but I feel like I have to do it.
I don't know. I don't know about that. And I've gone oil. That's too much oil. That's too much oil. Too much oil. Too much oil. Way too much oil. I'm surprised I didn't catch light. And then this is how it looked.
Is it focused?
Focus.
How is
There
it?
it is. I mean, it was soft. It was good. But, I mean, there's so much more that I could have done. There's so much more that I could have done, you know? It's one of those, guys. It's one of those.
Down a bit. You could.
It's one of those. This is the next one. But yeah, this was the pizza stream when I hit 100k back in February. Again, not too bad. I've got a lot of perfecting to do. There's like so much more that I could do to make my pizza making better. But just to give you an idea, I like making pizzas, man. It's my happy. It really is my happy spot. I love making pizzas. It is just, I don't know, there's something about it magical. There's something about it that's magical. The computer's restarting, chat, so we're nearly there. It's literally 25. Oh, sorry, I was going to say 25% because I thought that's what I saw on the screen, but it's 5%. It's getting there. So much oil USA can invade. I bet it tastes epic though. Oh yeah. Like it doesn't. It kind of like it always. My pizzas always kind of taste the same, but they look different. You know. Beautiful leoparding. Thank you. Kingsmill. This guy makes incredible pizzas. By the way, I still need to have one of his pizzas, man. I stand by it whenever he's down, like close to me, and he's got a pizza event going on. You just need to let me know. Just need to tell me on Discord, man. I'll be there to get a pizza for sure. Soggy bottom? No, I've never had a soggy bottom pizza. I like to think that I always get the temperature right. Not right, but okay in the actual pizza oven itself, you know. Yeah. Put sugar and yeast before mixing the dough. Help activate the yeast. I think it can actually over-activate. I think sometimes the sugar is not... it depends. It can speed up the fermentation process, but the whole thing with pizza, Neapolitan-style pizza, is the longer you leave it, the better it tastes. And the easier it digests. That's one of the key things. A lot of people don't like pizza because of how it feels on your stomach. Neapolitan style pizza, if done correctly, you won't feel anything. Fact or fiction, Kingsmill? We worked out we did over 4,000 pizzas last year, which, considering we mostly do weddings, is pretty insane. That is absolutely nuts. That's crazy. That's crazy. Favorite pizza style? I am a very simple person. I like a meaty pizza, man. I like a meaty pizza. CompuFix are welcome. How are you? Sugar also burns. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah, I like... I do like just the standard meat feast sort of pizzas that you get with jalapeno. Jalapenos has to be my favorite pizza topping. Jalapenos, straight up. I like the jalapeno spice, man. I think we need confirmation from China. How are you today, Techno? By the way, are you okay? Yeah, I think what I was saying is that I would love to actually own a pizza restaurant when I retire, Kingsmill. I think that's what I said. I would like to just give it a go. I'd like to just give it a go. And I'm fully aware that it's not something necessarily that you can give a go, that you'd have to fully commit. But I think my retirement will be, I'll open a pizza place. I think that's my calling. How do we feel about pineapple? I mean, look, I am not a person for pineapple on pizza. You can put anything on pizza. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I am just not personally a pineapple person. Pineapple itself, lovely. But, yeah. My pizza dough uses a standard 3-day proofing process. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. If I'm at home, I usually do an overnight, but sometimes I'll do a same day. I've only done a 2 or 3 day a few times, and I can't work it out. I've actually got messages to Kingsmill saying, mate, what's going on? Because sometimes I feel like, I don't know, my dough just goes really flat if I ferment for like a while. Okay, we're on, by the way. Yeah, if I ferment for a while, my dough just seems to go flat. But it's also, I think, because they say that you're meant to leave it in the fridge. I think my fridge was too low, and that's what killed the dough, because it never really got started. It never really got started. Because you need decent temps. It's all about temperature making pizza, man. It's all about temperature. Controlling temperature and like humidity, all of those things. You have to bear in mind everything. Jalapeno pineapple sausage pizza is great. Sweet and spicy. Getting old and things are dropping off. Need an MOT on my body. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Yeah. I was moaning today because I went to gym, so I feel a little bit sore. But our proofing fridge is set to 8 degrees, which is higher than the standard fridge. Yeah. I think I have my fridge on 3 degrees when I was doing all my stuff. I think even the highest it goes is 5 degrees. So like, wait, is my fridge 5? No, my fridge might be 5 degrees. Highest. Lowest? I don't know. I'll have to check. No, highest must be 8, right? Or is standard fridge 5? Oh, maybe it is 5 then is the highest. And I have mine on 3. I'm pretty sure that's the setup I had. Easily persuaded me. What's that, Hot Cows? Max, welcome. How are you? What's your favourite exercise at the gym? I don't like going to the gym. I don't enjoy it. What's my favourite exercise? I love the calf press, man. I love doing calves. You guys have seen my calves. I love my calves. That's the only machine I can max out. It's the calf press. That's it. I like doing that. But I guess I like doing chest flies. I like doing the standard curling exercises, preacher curls. I'm doing one at the moment which is like laid back on bench. You know this one? I don't know if anybody knows it. But if you go back on the bench and then you have to put your arms behind you to do bicep curl. And that one's a killer. But what it does is it really, really, really gives you a good stretch on your bicep. So I do that one. And then I do, standard preacher curls and the curved bar. I do a lot of the curled bar stuff as well. I've used a lot of straight bar recently, overhead press. I'm not a big fan. I hate doing backs. I hate doing back, man. I hate doing back. Like one arm rows. I can't stand doing like bent over one arm rows. I can't stand doing those. I hate doing those. Yeah, I don't like doing back days. Anything that's pull related, I don't like doing back days. Come on. All right, we're on. So, actually, chat, can I be honest with you? I've got a funny story about that, JFix. One in the chat, if you remember the MacBook that I fixed that belonged to a bank. Do you guys remember that? Now, the update there, JFix, and people know this, but maybe you weren't here on the streams when I said about it. I contacted the bank. I contacted about 5 different people. LinkedIn, email, everything. Nobody got back to me. Nobody. LinkedIn. And I was like, what's going on? I'm trying to help them. So I was like, what's happening? I think maybe it might have been a weekend. So, and I don't really operate on weekends, right? Because I work on Sundays. So I don't really I don't think of people having time off. I know it sounds really silly, but it's like, yeah, I know. Do you know the only time I know when it's weekends is when I don't get any emails? Because I get emails Monday to Friday. Obviously, Saturday is family day. But like, because I work on Sunday, I just, I just know that if I'm looking at my emails, I don't get any emails. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the weekend. Anyway, I didn't get any response from them, and I thought, this is strange. I'm trying to help them and let them know what the situation is, and I just want to tell them that I've reset it and everything. I first of all contacted my the supplier of the faulty stuff, because what I didn't want him to get in trouble for me fixing the machine and then turning it on and getting their MDM, their software, and having that up, because I didn't want them to worry about data, especially with a bank, right? So I contacted my supplier and I said, just to let you know, this has happened. Am I okay to contact them to see if they can remove the MDM? And he said, yeah, it's fine, go for it. So okay, cool. So then I contacted the bank, no response. Then I got a reply. Hi, Joey. Thanks for this. What's the serial number? So I gave them the serial number. And they removed it from their MDM. And they said, all you should have to do now, just connect it to Wi-Fi and you should be all good to go. And I was like, oh, wow, nice. So then I reset the Mac, connected it to the Wi-Fi. I just done I had to hold power button on this MacBook specifically. I think the older ones was like a different button, but I just basically had to hold down the power button and it brought out like the boot menu, and then I could just go through a bunch of stuff. I did it through just looking online, and then I done like a cloud recovery essentially, and lo and behold, they removed it from their MDM, and it was all good. Then they messaged me and they said, hi Joey, after I had sold it, about I want to say like 4 days later, I get another message after I'd sent back, said thank you very much, yeah, confirmed, I can get in now, blah blah blah. Then I get a message back 4 days, 3 or 4 days later. I've sold the laptop. Do you know what they said? Hi, Joey. Could we please potentially have some proof to show that you reset it? I said, unfortunately, I don't have any proof. What I can confirm is that I logged in with my personal account, my details, and it was a fresh install. And then I reset it after that to then sell it, because I had to make sure that the MacBook worked, right? So I logged in with my Apple ID and I went through all the tests and stuff that I needed to. And then they said, oh, okay, cool, no worries. So I was like, oh, sweet. I didn't know if something was going to come of that, but I would have argued that one with them. Anyway. Then what happens? I get an email. Now, I don't know if this person that works for the bank is a bit higher up. And all of a sudden, then other people started replying to me from LinkedIn about this, from this bank. And they said, oh, hi, Joey, how are you? So I don't know if somebody said, what's going on here, guys? But somebody higher up sent me an email. Chat, do you know what they said? What do you think they said? What do you think they said? This higher up person at the bank. What do you think they said? They want it back. Stop making us look bad. They want it back. They said, and you're not going to believe this. Nobody's got it. They said, hi, Joey. I'll read it out to you. Let me read it out to you. Hi, Joey. Thanks for reaching out to us on LinkedIn. And via our service desk, because I reached out in a lot of places regarding the MacBook you repaired on your stream. It was enjoyable to watch you getting the device up and running again, and we're sorry that you had the disappointment of hitting our MDM screen. Disappointment, it is what it is. It's just one of those things. I have to expect that, you know. Now the device is fixed, we'd be happy to purchase it from you directly, depending on the price, of course. So I said, I went back, I said, unfortunately, it's been sold. I appreciate that. Blah, blah, blah. This is what I get next. Apologies for the delay because it was around Christmas. This was Christmas Eve. Discussing this internally, we really appreciated how you handled this in general and wanted to give you something extra. As a thank you, we'd like to offer you a bug bounty of $750. I bet nobody guessed that. I bet nobody guessed that. Yeah. Yeah. So the bank niced me. The bank said, hold on. Here's some cash. Well, it was pounds. Now there's a little bit of a turning point here, right? I'm not going to name websites and all of those things because I'm just not going to. The website they wanted to use to be able to give me money, because they weren't able to do it as a bank transfer. They said, you should be able to sign up to this website, submit a bug report, and then what we can do is we can send you the $750. So I loaded up the website, I made an account, and chat, the amount of hoops that I had to jump through to be able to request funds. I raised a ticket, it got all approved and everything like that, and then it was actually receiving funds through the platform has been hell. I've stopped. I haven't bothered. Because what you have to do and prove to actually get the funds is crazy. So I went back to them and I said, guys, I massively appreciate it. This is so nice of you. Thank you very much. However, I'm really struggling to get these funds out from this website. Can you take the money back? It's all good. I don't deserve it anyway. I got money from the profit of repairing the laptop, so don't worry about it. It's all good. Take the money back. It's fine. Bearing in mind, guys, I do a lot of work from... So when it comes to taxes and stuff for my business, there's a W8 Ben form for the US, and it's like tax withholding. So we have a treaty with America, and if you sign this form, basically you get 0% withdrawal withholding fee on any monies that is accumulated from the US. So for like Twitch and YouTube, technically, depending on certain situations, you need to fill out forms for your tax, right? Anytime I've had to do that for my business, I've never had it rejected, ever. And I've done many of them because of the nature of work that I do. It's the same with like Amazon for my affiliate links, income from the US, from Amazon, all of that stuff. Never had an issue. But for this specific website, it got rejected. This W8 Ben form. I was like, what? Well, I've never had that rejected. And then they want me to use third-party software to identify myself and my business to then get that money out. I said, no, it's a long day. I said, it's not happening. It's like this third-party software as well. It's not like you have to take pictures of your ID. You have to do all this extra stuff. You have to prove X, Y, Z. I said, it's not worth it for me, unfortunately. But I just want to say, and I don't want to mention the bank because, again, I don't know if they want me to mention them or not. I have no idea. But what a really nice gesture from them. Number one, which they did not have to do because they already knew that I fixed it and it had gone on to a better home and it had already been completely data wiped and everything like that, right? So what a really, really nice gesture for them to do. And obviously, yeah, crazy. And they were also polite. Every single person that I spoke to was also polite about it. So, yeah. It was a bit of a roller coaster, yeah. Yeah, it was a bit of a roller coaster. So I've gone back to them. I've gone back to them and I said, look, it's fine, guys. Just, take the money back. I'll deactivate my account on here because I'm not interested, blah, blah. And they've come back and said, no, you're going to get that money. That's what they've said. They said, no, we want to give it to you. So now they're talking with the heads of the platform that I'm talking about. They've raised the ticket with like the head of support on the platform to be like, give this man his money somehow. instead of having to jump through all these hoops. So I don't know if they're going to issue it via like gift card or something like that. If it comes back again and there's much more to it, I'm just going to say, please just give the money to charity. That would mean a lot to me. Just give that money to charity, because it was just like a bonus, right? It was just like not expected. Crazy. Crazy. Anyway, sorry. Again, massive rant. But JFix, you asked. JFix, I hope you're still here. Amazing for their effort. Honestly, they won't give up. They won't give up. I love them for it. Obviously, it's their tenacity and their wanting to give me money is really nice. But I've got profit or loss to make, chat. You know what I mean? Time is money at the end of the day. Anyway, let's see what happens when I go ahead and plug in this SD card. Because what usually should happen is it pops up at the bottom. Nothing. Not recognized at all in the slightest. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't show up. It's just got the OS, the C drive, which is going to be the NVMe SSD, which you guys can't really see. Now you can. Okay, so we've confirmed the SD card does not work. Cool. Let's take that out. Let's go ahead and turn her off and investigate to see what the situation is. Finally, some repair content. No. Okay, good. Loki. If Loki was watching, he'd kill me. If Loki was watching, he'd kill me. Hopefully he's not watching right now. Luckily, I literally just took my finger off with probably a millisecond. Somebody said, Dan said, when a bank is willing to give you the money, question it. How refreshing, though. How refreshing. They also said, do you know what they said? I think some people know this because I think I said it on stream anyway. They said, we can see that you operate like a small business. Would you like to bank with us and we'll give you some credit? But honestly, guys, the bank that I bank with is so good in the sense of I've never had an issue with the bank. Never had an issue with the bank for my business. In fact, I'd even go as far to say that I had some sponsorship money coming from China and they forgot to include some details on the transfer and I still got the money. That's how good my bank were. And they messaged me saying, hey, just to let you know, they left these details out, but we've put it to your bank. But contact them to tell them that they've put the wrong details. I was like, amazing. That's how smart tech is now. Crazy. You should buy lots of bank laptops, make 750 better. Yeah, it would. Yeah, definitely. Do you recall the first electronic you repaired? Lycan, if you go onto my YouTube channel, sort by oldest, you'll see my first ever repair. Right there. Because everything I've done has been logged on my YouTube channel. From start to current. From start to current. This feels like it's been opened before because these screws are not coming off easy. Yay, we're going to work now. Kenneth, me telling you that story was work. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, me telling you that story was work. Funny what we can call work nowadays, hey? Funny what we can call work nowadays. Not like this. Where is it? Gotcha. Great Dane, welcome. I don't want to jump through those hoops either. Yeah, you don't, honestly. It's that thing. It's like, because the amount of time that I spend on it, it's just going to cost me more and more money essentially over time, you know? That's when as a business, you really need to think smart. How much effort am I putting into this? How many hours am I sinking into this where I could be making money elsewhere? That's where you have to really divvy it up. New sub from a long time watcher. I've did Series X. Would be honoured if you'd able to fix it at my cost. I don't take on customer repairs, I'm afraid. Sorry. Sorry. I've not needed to yet. I did when I first went full time. I took a couple. So because I had no idea what my income was going to be. So I thought I'd just double up and just do some customer repairs. And I was lucky in the sense that I think I've done around about 10 paid jobs or so. I've still got all the information from those jobs. And I had none of them come back. And every single person I dealt with was lovely. I had no issues. No issues. Might have been a few more than 10. I can't remember. But yeah, I took them on because, again, I didn't know what my income was going to be like as doing content full time. So I just wanted to kind of cover all my bases, you know. Are you against iFixit or just a bit bitter because they're too silly to sponsor you? What? Skinny? I've been sponsored by iFixit 5 times, I think. iFixit are a great company, in my opinion. And not just because of the sponsor stuff. I don't have a sponsor with them currently or anything like that, but I've worked with them a few times. I really get on with the people at iFixit. And I think their whole mission is great. Their company ethos is great. I recently done like a review. They sent me a free soldering station. I've done a review on that. Gave my honest opinions and thoughts. Wasn't paid to do it, but got the product for free. You can't knock iFixit kits. Absolutely, they're amazing. Do you still do free repairs though? No, I haven't done free repairs in a while. I put an end to them because it was just too much. It was just too much. I've still got a few that I need to go through. That I need to. I don't have a duty to honour them, in the sense that I've told people that it's going to happen. I've not told a single person that their repair is going to happen. Unless I'm going to caveat that and say that unless somebody just hasn't sent me their device and I said send me your device from a while ago. This would have been a long time ago. But there are a couple of people. There are a couple of people that when it comes down to the free repairs, I've got some still in an inbox that I need to go through, that I want to go through. Because the actual free repair submission is no longer available. But I might have had some conversations with some people before I ended it, you know? So again, it's not that... Oh, there's a screw there. There's not that I feel... There's not like... Oh, I have to do it. It's just more so... I want to do it for them, you know? Right, so the SD card slot on here, I believe, is under this fan. And what people were saying from the Reddit posts and stuff that I just read was that this is where the area can get very hot because the heatsink runs here. And we have heatsink over these VRMs, which can get really hot as well. And the card reader is right about here. So there's fuses and stuff that are right underneath this fan, which get really hot, which is what causes our issue usually, supposedly anyway. But you prefer the LTT kit over the iFixit one. Yeah, and the only reason is because of this. Like, it doesn't really matter. The difference between them is really negligible. And I've said this before, it's really negligible. But the fact that I can just spin this is why I guess this LTT screwdriver gets a lot of screen time. This LTT screwdriver gets a lot of screen time. Because of the fact I can spin it. That's all iFixit had to do. I'm joking, of course. But I do really, really like the fidget spinner. I've never had an issue with the bits from iFixit or the LTT one, ever. So I'm going to need to remove the heatsink, aren't I? Let me change. And I like the fact that you can store the bits in here because it does make it a little bit quicker. Wait a minute. These aren't the captive original screws that go in here. But it's not been opened before because... Wait, what? Is this a different revision? I've never seen these silver screws on the heatsink. What? I've never seen the silver screws on the heatsink. They've always been black screws. That's very strange. That's very weird. Yeah, I don't know if newer model or different version or something. I would definitely have to check that out though. Just recently found your channel online and been binge watching all your content. Great work. And love your approach to repairs. Love it, jubbly. Thank you. Have I left a screw in one of these? No. I can tell this has got hot. Do you know how I know this has got hot? Because anytime I've lifted up one of these fans, the putty has always been on the fan and not left on the inductors. That's how I know this one got hot. That's how I know this one got hot. So our area of work is going to be around here. I think anyway. Okay. I'm going to assume that's whatever people call it. I'm going to take the board out because ultimately I'm probably going to be operating in that area. And it would just be a little bit easier to see it, wouldn't it? Did you try fixing iPhones? Episode 100, Season 1, A Profit or Loss. Right, let's go on, let's go. Have a look in this area. Okay, so supposedly, so here's the, where is it? SD card slot right here. Now, I don't know. I've seen a couple of images as to where I think it should be. But we've got a couple of diodes just in between the headphone jack and the SD card reader. But if I follow the SD card reader, surely, unless it's on the other side, maybe it's on the other side. All the fuse stuff. Logically, that would make sense, right? Where's the, is it this? Is it this area? Now, I've seen what the fuses sort of look like. I've seen what the fuses look like, but where are they? That's the question. Are they under this tape? Well, if the area is getting hot, then surely it's going to be on the other side that's where we have our issues, right? Down here. What about under this bit of putty? Ah, you're hiding right here. These, I think, are the fuses I've seen. These are the fuses I've seen right there. Okay, let's measure the fuses and just see if they are open or not. First things first. Looks like somebody probed the fuses already. No, it doesn't necessarily look like that. I don't think it's been opened before, to be honest. Thank you for being my background noise every single day. Really, Safari, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That means a lot. I'll take that compliment all day long. We are currently at... Oh, it doesn't even show on here, does it? I think 1,058 total Twitch subscribers on Twitch, which is absolutely nuts, guys. So thank you incredibly for the support. I do appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, continuity mode on the multimeter itself. Let's just make sure that we get... So we've got 2 fuses here, right? All right, so that one's 160. So that fuse is bust. Unless it's meant to... Loki was saying something about them being a little bit higher. Wait there. I wonder if it operates at... No, surely it can't do, right? This one's okay. This QZ1 surely has to be our issue. This QZ1 surely, or PN, QZPN, whatever that says. So what do we measure? 80 ohms. So if I get a donor board, right? Let me get a donor board and just see what the situation is. So this is a donor, a donair. And we're going to have the exact same fuse. Just there. Oh, I mean, it has different markings on it. So look, yeah, we have a continuous path. So on both of them. So both of these fuses are meant to have a continuous path. And it'll be interesting to see where that trace goes. Both of these traces, actually. So, I mean, me personally, I'll just go ahead and replace them, no? Because I know that there was a lot of people saying, but Joey, what caused the fuse to go bang? Well, it's the heat, isn't it? From the VRMs on the other side. And that happens with all of them. So, I guess, ultimately, the answer is that this would just happen again if I don't replace them with good quality or higher amp draw fuses, right? It's just going to happen again. But this fuse is open. It's got 80 ohms worth of resistance. I don't know if it's anything to do with this chip. I'm assuming this chip controls all of the data and power for... I mean, that is what? That is still 2 ohms, 1.7. That kind of... 1.6 ohms. Whereas this one is a dead zero. This one here is a dead zero. So I don't know whether to replace it or not. Look, 0.2. And this one is also 0.2. But this one does have a little bit of resistance going through it. So I don't know if this one is any good. Even though it's low continuity, low resistance. Sorry. I've already read my previous messages. So, Loki, would I not just replace them? What did Loki say when he said his actual message? Wait, I'm trying to... Oh, I can't see. They're gone. Solder on a wire, we call it a day. Chamu, welcome. Hello, how are you today? Anuba Fight, Blah, Sci-Fi, and Leaf, and Boyo, thank you very much for the follows over on Twitch as well. I appreciate you and your faces. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally finished season 1 of Profit or Loss. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for the all the watching. Wait, did I close Discord entirely? I don't know if Loki's messaged me on there. No, he hasn't. You're in control. You missed the messages. I sent them 5 times, so I gave up. I'm doing some coursework, but I have a dream. But I have a stream to help me focus. I'm doing good. Thanks yourself. I'm doing good. Thank you. Synek coming in with a Prime subscription. Synek, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you for supporting me and the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That brings us up to 1,059 total Twitch subscribers. Thank you, my friend. So what's a PTC fuse? And because they look different as well, I wonder if one of them isn't a more updated version. I'm trying to look online, man. I can't find anything online about the actual fix. Why has nobody done anything about the actual fix? They've been out years now, no? Is there any YouTube videos about the actual fix? Problem solved.
Hi everyone, and then hey, tablet. It's been quite.
Well, that's not about specifically the.
Sorry, I should have said that the content is exactly the same. I've copied.
I don't think that's about the actual fix. Fixing the ROG Ally's biggest problem. ROG Ally SD card slot repair. Taking the unit apart. What does he do? Reflowing the SD card IC. What? Put the unit back together. Reflow the IC. How does that help? How to fix SD card issue on ROG Ally. There's no like definitive. I figured it out. Here's the solution. Micro SDRMA. Make it work. ASUS refused. Oh, this is a my guy Steve situation. Let's go, Steve.
So,
what's he looking at?
any like
Is it SD card? Here we go.
At least for a while. So I mean, enough for what you think in the comments a little bit. Capacitor that's like might not porn. That hope the solder feel like could be
A dodgy cap?
what? Yeah.
Wait, was it no
Okay.
power?
Think the paste flux by applying solder paste. See if there's any liquid damage and see if we can fix it.
What's the issue?
There was never any liquid damage, but ASUS refused to fix this ROG Ally, claiming that it had liquid damage. The seller that sent this to me said that there was never any liquid damage, but he did try to make a few repairs himself that didn't end up working out, which is why he sent it to ASUS. In this video, I'm going to take this apart, see if there's any liquid damage, and see if we can fix it. The viewer that sent this to me said he tried to fix his micro SD card. He tried to reflow the components by applying solder paste.
Oh, okay, fine. It's a little bit different then, because he's not one of the components. Steve's putting that back.
On a lot of voltage that went through this, which tells it is a voltage spike that blew out this capacitor.
Oh, there's a big cap that's got a hole in it.
If the short is gone before we, so what I'm gonna do is.
Okay, so he had an actual short on it, but I'm assuming that was preventing it from actually turning it on. a man of culture. He's the reason why I got into repair. Andy, welcome. How are you? Do not reflow the IC fake fix. Somebody repasted what you said. Where? Joey streams during our work hours. It's great to have on in the background. Thank you. I appreciate that. Written, welcome. How are you? I can't see where they repeated it. Wait, if I click your name, can I see your message history? Wait there. Messages. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. On a resetting fuse, which is what I'm assuming, I don't know if both of them are resetting fuses or whether just one of them are. The higher temp means the lower the fuse can take before... Wait, the higher the temp means the lower the fuse can take before tripping. It's about 50% current at 60 degrees Celsius. So current fuses are 0.75 amps hold, 1.5 amp trip. However, normal operation of the SD card can use 0.8 amp before the controller will throttle. Normal operation, we can assume, which is what I would expect if there was an actual problem. I don't know if that was the message, was it? I don't know if that was a message. Heat it up, cool it down, see if it resets to 0 ohms. Oh, wait. So are you guys saying that maybe we don't even need to replace the fuse, and what we actually need to do is just warm up the fuse to make it exceed the temperature, and then it should just reset on its own? Is that what we're saying? Now, can I do that with a... Okay, there we go. All right. Wait, so just applying heat to this will reset it. All right. Well, let's test that theory. So here we go. I've got a ROG Ally where the SD card just doesn't work. The reader doesn't work, right? Here are our fuses that... Oh, wait, is this the... Which board is this? Oh, no, wait. That is the board that I was working on. Here are the fuses that apparently we have issues with. Now, I don't know if I can just use a soldering iron here or whether I'm going to have to use hot air. And I don't also know what temperature to operate at. So obviously Loki said about certain temperatures. So I don't know if he was hinting about using a temperature specifically like that, or... So I don't know if just like 100 degrees will sort it. 60 degrees Celsius. However, normal operation is 0.8. Normal operation we can assume is 75 amps, 60 degrees, which is what I would expect if there's an actual problem. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. So you're saying that it gets to a certain temperature. That temperature then resets the fuses, but then will cause them to not open or to close properly. Go higher. So what? Just like heat it with 180, 200 degrees Celsius? About 200 degrees Celsius? And just use a hot air gun. Okay, let's see if this works then. So I'm going to see if I can fix the SD card reader being an issue with just using hot air at 200 degrees Celsius. Now we do have foam above. I should be okay with that. And I don't know. I'm going to use my small nozzle here. So I'll go 200 degrees Celsius. I'll use my small nozzle to direct the heat on the fuses themselves. So this should be a good visual representation of how it works. So just to confirm, on the fuses right now, on this one, we get 80 ohms. On this one, we get 1.4. Let's see if we can get them as close to 0 as possible. 200 degrees Celsius, 99% airflow. I don't know how long I have to go for either. Now, like I said, the phone might take a little bit of a beating here. But I'm pointing the air away from the foam anyway, so it looks to be okay. Look. Okay, so let's see how we've got on there. So that was 200 degrees Celsius. Let's monitor this one. Open at the moment. This one. 5. Maybe this fuse doesn't do the same. Here we go. So it's dropping. Is it going to go below 80 ohms? This is really stressful. Is it going to go below 80 ohms to 0? Or is it still going to be around 80 ohms? Here we go. 482, 450, 400. 350, 300. Come on. Slowing down. 250. Go on. 200. 150. 100 is taking way too long. Let me just come off of it. Try and cool it down. I told you just bridge it with solder. If I bridge it with solder, imagine what would have happened to this device if it was just a bridge and there was no fuse in the way, because this fuse obviously went faulty. But imagine if there wasn't this. It would just destroy either the 3.3 or the 1.8 volt line. And then we'd have a much bigger issue on our hands. There's no point in doing that. That sounds like a silly option to me. Moment of truth. 80 ohms or less? Less. Still going. The fuse blew for a reason, though. Yeah, because of the SD card reader. Sorry, because of the VRMs being so close. It's a factory thing. $61, $60. So that's lower than the 80 it was. I don't know how long this should take to actually get down. That's another thing. I don't know how long this will take to get down to 0. I don't know if it's an instant thing or whether it should take as long as what it currently is doing. I have no idea. My first time doing one of these. Because it is still slowly coming down. Don't put current through it with the ohm meter whilst it's resetting. That's what causes them to stick openish. Gotcha. Check now. 54 and still going down. Should it take this long, chat? I've got an idea. I'm going to see with this one. I'm going to go 300 degrees here. This is 0. This fuse right here is 0. This is 300 degrees Celsius. This is on a donor board. Let's see what happens now. I'm not going to hold the multimeter probes on. I'm just going to measure now. Wow, that's straight away. Oh, okay. So I just didn't, my heat wasn't enough, basically. That's all right, we'll go 400 degrees Celsius. We'll double it. We'll go 400 degrees Celsius right now. That foam, I feel sorry for that foam. Okay, I'm sorry, foam. There we go. Okay, I saw the solder molten then as well. So I think that was probably hot enough. Let's put this thing here. Absorb some of the heat. Wow, it's hot even through that. Lord, that glove. Let's see. Has this reset the fuse? Oh my gosh. Doing that has reset the fuse. Let's go. So theoretically, this SD card reader should now work. Essentially, I want to say that the fuse isn't the issue, but the fuse is the issue because clearly it doesn't do what it's intended to do. But more so, it doesn't completely break the component because the component just needs extra heat to put it back to working. How weird is that? I never had something like that on a repair, ever. That's so strange. Now, here I have another question, right? For the thermal pasta, this stuff likes to use, what's it called, chat? PTC, PWM, PFA, like what's it called? Now, because I'm at a situation where I don't have any of that, do I remove what I have here or do I just put it back on and hope for the best? It gets hot enough to lower the trip current, but not enough to reset it. Yeah, silly. Design flaw. PTM, that's the one. Yeah, should I replace the PTM or not? Bad positioning, close to a major heat source, yeah. You don't have any thermal paste? I have thermal paste, I don't have PTM. This stuff is PTM. And PTM, from my understanding, is when it heats, it goes soft and gooey, which creates really, really good... makes it a really good thermally conductive. But when it's like this, obviously it's not ideal. But when it gets hot, it goes all gooey and it makes it really nice. Squeeze it back on the die. But should I just take it some from the edges and put it here? Should I just kind of repaste it? But isn't it too hard for me to repaste? Isn't it too hard for me to repaste now? Hey man, I've been watching all your episodes with my girlfriend for the past week. Love your work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The part number I sent at DM is a fuse that doesn't trip. Normal usage. Only when it's the actual problem. Gotcha. Okay. So as in when there's an actual issue, that's when the fuse will go bang, which is what it's designed to do. Can I ask, chat, Loki, what is the what's the benefit of that fuse being thermal? You know, why not just put a normal fuse that if it goes past a certain temperature, it sorry, if it, you know, takes too much current, it goes pop. Like, what is the benefit of having it thermally? Is it cheaper? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is the actual benefit of having a fuse like that? Instead of just having a normal fuse like every other device, no? Bad SD card, you want to cut the power, but you want to use other SD cards still. Oh, okay. So they've actually like... Oh, I see. So a bad SD card then would technically blow the fuse, but then thing is, right, the user doesn't know it's a bad SD card, right? The user would just then assume that the ROG is broken, unless they tried a different SD card, or they tried that SD card in their computer and was like, oh, it's the SD card itself. Let me try a different one. Oh, that kind of makes sense. It's kind of smart. It's kind of smart that that's why they did it. I kind of feel sorry for them then, because actually they tried to make it better. Like that, there is a reason for that being there, you know, like it was like a user first sort of thing to think of. So actually I feel quite sorry for them. The intention was there, right? The intention is there, but they just messed up. Right, so what I'm going to do then, so if I take some of this PTM, so you guys are saying take some of this PTM right here, and just put it on top like this. Is that, you literally talking about me flaking it on like there? Is that it? Just like that, and just dumping it on top of the die, and then screwing it down, and then it will do its thing by reflowing when it gets hot. Is that what you guys are saying? Just like that. Is that it? Yep, reuse. Okay, cool. Alrighty. And Loki, the I guess now that you're talking to me, deserved, I guess. These silver screws, is it a new revision? Izzy, welcome. Wanted to say hi, hello. You okay? Nope, not new revision. Oh. So you've never seen these screws, low-key? These silver ones? How strange. Old revision? I actually saw and heard Nathan from Parts People Dell talk about how PTM is better than liquid metal and thermal paste. Is that right, chat? Is PTM more expensive? Well, it's definitely safer than liquid metal, isn't it? PTM is definitely safer than liquid metal. Fitzy, welcome. PTM has the benefits of liquid metal without the danger of the spill. Yes, that's really good then. I'm assuming a little bit more expensive. Must be. Oh, an interesting little fix, guys. And that will just continue to happen, low-key, until we replace the actual component itself with a similar component, but a higher rated one. that will still shut the fuse down if it goes over an SD card bad temperature. Is that fact? So it's just a better quality replacement, essentially. We're learning, chat. We learn. Not temp, sorry, yeah, current, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I did see something about that, and apparently there is a game. I can't remember what game it was, but people were saying that people were buying, like, the game price is like quadrupled because of the fact it had the keys on it. Is that right? Star Wars Race Avenger, yeah. I wonder if is that down to the game makers, or is that Sony's responsibility? Like, who's in trouble for that? Wait, you can buy PTM from LTT? Jeff, it says, by the way, there are 2 fuses for different memory card classes, UHS. Oh, okay. Only 2. So does that mean only 2 fuses in total, JFix? 2 different fuses in total? For the SD, yes. Oh, interesting. But I guess for like SD cards, not micro SD cards, but SD cards and other storage solutions, guys, is that used for like NVMEs? Is that an option for like NVMEs and stuff? Because obviously, maybe like to protect the machines from other damage. The 2 fuses you were heating for different speed cards. Oh, I see. Oh, so you got 1.8 volt and 3.3. So the one that the one that was faulty on this board was it the 1.8 or the 3.3? I'm going to guess it was the 1.8. So those 2 fuses that were on the board were different. Oh, it was 3.3. So the one on the left was the 3.3. The one on the right was the 1.8. Wow. Learning. So yeah, do they use it for NVMEs, chat? Like, is it just like, is it storage solutions? Or is it SD cards only? No, not really NVMEs. I see. Because that would solve some laptop issues, I guess, because there's a lot of faulty NVMEs out there. I don't know. Well, I don't know if it would. I'm just talking absolute banana right now, but hey ho. Yeah, Thermal Grizzly is probably what I would buy, because I get that liquid metal. I've never had an issue with Thermal Grizzly liquid metal, never. So. Wait, so is PTM something that's not? Why isn't PTM used on like laptops and graphics cards and stuff? Because they use pads, right? So would PTM be good for graphics cards or not? Oh, it is sometimes, is it? Oh. Guys, where did I put the back? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, no, I won't buy TPM from Ali. No. Nah, not as a power replacement. It is sometimes. Just home from work, 5 a.m. start. Wow. So what's that, 11 hours, Dan? So, what we're saying, Loki, is that these ROG allies with this issue is a gold mine. If you can get a ROG Ally that has a faulty SD card reader, you're making money. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing right now. Especially if you're using the new fuse I sent, yeah. So this is susceptible to happening again, just with a different SD card, right? So it could just do that again. Loki, do you could you replace it? Do you even take the motherboard out of the chassis? I'm assuming you do if you're replacing it, because you need to remove the foam and stuff as well, right? I was gonna say I could make this repair really quick. Wait, especially if you're using the new fuse I sent, because it will never come back. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, fuse on screen side. Oh, yeah, it's on the other side. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Of course. But still a really nice cushy repair to have. That's like that realistically, for that fuse replacement even, you could do it. Could be a 20-minute job, couldn't it? It could be a 20-minute job by the time you've taken it apart. I think you could do a 20-minute job easy. 20-minute job easy. And you wouldn't even need to test other functions. You wouldn't need to even test the other functions. It's like with this one, I mean, I will do it anyway, because I guess maybe I'm a little bit of a sucker like that, but I'll just download a game and give this a test run and make sure that it's all good before I get rid. But if this was known as the only fault, which is the SD card, which this one was, if it was like repair as a service, all you would have to do is then test to make sure it works, and you're golden. That's lovely. For personal use, I wouldn't even care if the SD slot card reader didn't work. I always changed the SSD to a 2 TB. That's a very good point, yeah. I learned so much here. I'm glad, Matthias. Wait, can I use the bigger bit here? Because it does feel like it strips a tiny bit. Can I use the bigger bit? Because if so, that would be really nice. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Yeah, it feels like it's just slipping a little bit with the smaller one. That feels really good now. Yeah, I can just use the Philips 0 rather than the PH 0. Oh no, wait, which is this? PH 1? Sorry. Yeah, this is Philips 1. Did you get into a fight with your cat? This is it healed. You should have seen it when it was gory. There's something really satisfying about putting those screws in when they spin. Yeah, you don't want to mess that one up. I think that was the one that was on Tronic's Fix, right? The person had tried to fix their faulty SD card slot and then knocked a bunch of components and then it become no power. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Time to put a JDT warranty sticker on. I probably should have tested it. But, I mean, we're pretty confident it's going to work, right, chat? So, that YouTube video that I've just watched of somebody reflowing the IC, the reason why it's worked for him is because he's just heated up the fuse next to it, right? So, that guy, this one, chat, look. I hope he knows now. I hope he knows now. This guy said that the fix was heating up the chip. Which, to be fair, what was it? 2 years ago? Oh, it was 1 year ago, this one. And what he did was just reflow the IC, look. That is a lot of luck. A lot of luck. So this guy... And then what was happening is because the fuse is up here, he's hitting the fuse with the heat and it's just resetting. That's amazing. Yeah, up here, look, there. That's amazing. To be fair, listen, he fixed it, you know? That's Vaseline, not flux. Needs more flux. Turn it off, it hurts. No, chat, come on, let's not be horrible. It's working. The guy got it working. You can't argue that. I don't think he used enough flux. I'm just removing the previous sticker residue. Residue? I mean, I'm just full of words today. Residue. What on earth am I thinking? I'm going to have to plug it in. Right, let's go. Let's test it. The moment we've all been waiting for. Got to test yours now, yep. How many people reflown the chip? I know, yeah. But we learned, chat. We learned today. Massively. And guess who taught us? Loki. Lord of Glove. This guy, man. Where's my SD card? Oh no, I've lost my SD card. Right, okay. Code red, because that's our testing device. Code red. Where on earth have I put that? Lord Glove. Who's laughing at me? Who was it? Jammy Sam 96 coming in with a Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Legendary. 1,060 total Twitch subscribers. The highest we ever got, by the way, is we had over 2,000 at one point. We had over 2,000 Twitch subscribers at one point. That was, I want to say it was this time last year, actually. I want to say February. No, not this time last year. The year before I found it. Oh, that was very lucky. Not this time last year. The year before. Yeah, watch it left it in the air. That's the first thing I checked. I went like that. I didn't leave it in there, thank God. That's the first thing I checked. LTT bits it, I believe. It was under. It was under. Close though, G-Man. Here we go. What do we think, chat? Is it going to work? Yes or no? What did I have this? Oh, God. Do we think it's going to work? I've turned it down so you guys can obviously see. What do you reckon? Yes or no? Ah, you are human Loki. Nice. Nice. No, says Michael. 50-50. Kazo490 coming in with a Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I appreciate your Prime. Exclamation mark Prime in the chat. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I massively appreciate it. All of the subscriptions and everything they're like bonuses for me. So thank you. That's incredibly kind. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch Prime, and that'll allow you to give a free sub. Started seeing you come up on TikTok and thought I recognized you. Did you stream old school RuneScape a while back? Loving the repair videos. Yeah. I did. I'm a proud RuneScape player. Chat. I am a proud RuneScape player.
Hello there, YouTube. What is going on? This is Genetics TK here. I have missed you guys thoroughly.
I thought I was going to say something horrendous then. I think I was going to say thoroughly, but it sounded like I was going to say something crazy. But yes, I was a RuneScape content creator. I've done a bunch of stuff, to be fair. Love your vids. Thank you, cuz. I appreciate that. Old school RuneScape? Yeah, old school RuneScape. I actually streamed RuneScape this year. So, well, last year, technically. So it could have been then as well. But I think you're talking about a while ago. You must, I mean, when I actually stream RuneScape content other than last year. It was a good like 7-8 years ago. You know, a while. Yeah, way back it was. Yeah, long time. Yeah, I went by the alias Genetics TK. Do I still play? I dabble. When leagues comes about, I jump on. I haven't done any sailing yet though. I haven't done any sailing yet. 1,061 total subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Is it going to work? 3, 2, 1. Yes! Oh, my heart froze for a minute. Okay, good. Open. There we go. She's working. Yes, there's some like media gallery, and it's from a Nintendo Switch, so there's like some little bits and bobs in there. Let's go. Can I potentially just copy, paste? Oh, I can't paste it. How do you do it? Copy. Let me just put it somewhere on here instead. Where's paste? Is it that? Okay, well that was really quick. Yeah, there we go. I mean, we can do it. You can drag it as well. I mean, it's there now, isn't it? Replace. Yeah, cool. Let's do media gallery. I think it might be a little bit bigger. It's not. There we go. So it works. We can read and write to the drive. Just put Microsoft Edge there. Nice. Oh, that's a shortcut. Isn't it? I don't think there's going to be anything on here that I'm going to be... Anyway, we can see the SD card. Lovely. Jubbly. Now I have to just go through all my Windows Update and all of those good things, but I can confirm that this now reads the SD card reader. So it's fixed. I need to go through and do absolutely everything to this, though, which, as you guys know, just takes the longest amount of time. How much will I sell this for? If you do exclamation mark eBay, I currently have... That looks really dark. I currently have a ROG Ally available to buy on my eBay right now, right this second. And it's up there for £320 with charger. This one came with charger as well. So this will go $320. Without eBay, I'll do $300. Without eBay, if you want to buy it from me directly, then I'll do $300. Just to alleviate the eBay fee. I'll DM you. You want it? Peripherals? Do you want this one specifically, which had the SD card failure because you kind of know that everything else works? Is this the one that you want? Yeah, DM me on Discord. This is the one you want? Let's go. Easy money. Woo. 155 to 300. For like Mr. Krabs. Live sale, Pog. Yeah, imagine we do some live sales, chat. That's how we do. Huh? I wanted to buy one, but the shop has no inventory in your location. Andreas, where are you from? You need to charge more? No. I'll charge reasonable prices. I'll charge reasonable prices. Germany? How much would postage be to Germany? The issue being as well is that what about if it gets stopped at customs and all of those things? Do you know what I mean? Those are the questions that I have. What happens when it gets like stopped at customs? Who has to be responsible for paying the all of those fees? The thing is as well, like I have to then forward the charge of the postage, right? Let me see how much Royal Mail charges to ship to Germany. Because Andreas, I've seen you around the stream for a while, so I know that you're somebody who's been around. Where's your item going? Germany. How much does it cost? A small parcel, up to 2 kg, which I believe this is. To be fair, it's £9.75. Okay, that's not too bad at all. International standard, so tracked. Wait a minute, tracked is cheaper than standard? Chat, how does this work? Can somebody explain? How does that work? Tracked, which has tracking. 6 to 7 business days, 3 to 5 business. Oh wait, 975. International standard with no tracking is 1255, and then international. Wait, why is the economy 26 quid? What? This is back to front. Am I tripping? Like, do they make ridiculously good money on the tracked stuff? How does that work? Those prices are backwards. I know, right? 80 business days, which is more expensive than 3 to 5. I'm also from Germany and interested in buying from eBay. Guys! If I buy a device from JDT, I'll ship it to my brother who lives in London, and he'll bring it home with him. Wait, yeah, duty's over 150 in the UK anyway. Of course, you could put a invoice for a low. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's ways to get around that, right? There's ways to get around that. But the issue being that the ways to get around that, if I this ROG Ally, if I turn around and say, oh, it's £200 worth of goods, and then it goes missing, I can only claim up to that. Saying that, listen to me right this second. Listen to me right this second. When I tell you, I have tried, I think, was it once? What was it? I can't remember what it was that I sold. I sold something on eBay, and it was one time that something got lost, but the person ended up getting it eventually. But Royal Mail had said we've lost it, but the person still ended up getting it, right? I think it might have been a PS5. I raised a request with Royal Mail, and the value that I put on it was the 200 or whatever it was. Oh no, sorry, it was I get compensated up to £250, I think, because of what the way the postage that I paid. So I was like, okay, up to 250, that will definitely more than cover the cost. Lovely jubbly, because I have to refund the person that's giving me the money, right? So I've gone to raise it. I've gone to raise the thingy, and they've said, oh, we've investigated it. And I provided like, I think I linked to the video of me repairing the console. I think that was one of the things I did, and something else, whatever it was.
Fitsay 1 ENERGY Fitsay 1 hype for love and support.
Thank you very much, Fitzy. I appreciate that. Tier 1 for 3 months in a row. Legendary. Thank you. If you were to repair an item that was sent to you from Germany and return it, you would not pay the VAT again on the device's value, just a repair fee. Wait. If you were to repair an item that was sent to you from Germany and return it, you would not pay the VAT again on the device's value, just a repair fee. I personally don't pay VAT anyways. So I don't know if you're talking about an actual limited company that is VAT registered or not. I don't know whether to do it to Germany or not. I don't know, because I just don't want it to get lost or broken, you know. No, I'd never ship something as a gift that wasn't a gift. Oh, can't be doing that, chat. Fitzy, whoa. Relaxation to the nation. 5 gifted subscriptions from Fitzy JG. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, my friend. That's a total of 6 gifted in the channel now. Thank you. That's amazingly kind of you. Thank you, my friend. Gifting a sub to Galos. My name is Rufio, Jages, Stefan, and Shorty. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. Very, very kind. Legendary. Thank you. And Joe forgot his story. Oh, yeah. Basically, they turned around and said, yeah, we'll cover your postage. I said, what? I said, no, I selected the option that had compensation up until £250. And they said, yeah, the proof isn't that it's a PS5. We ain't got proof that it's a PS5. You can have your £7.99 back, or whatever it was. I said, what do you mean? The person ended up getting the console anyway. So luckily I didn't have to go any further with it. But Lord the glove. And they sent me a check for £7.99. 99. A check. Crazy. Also, if Customs does a spot inspection and catches an undervalued item, really, is that a thing, Greg? On eBay international shipping program, makes selling to other countries easy. I don't know if it does though, Zern. I don't know if it does. Because, I mean, you got to think about faulty stuff, right? That has to then come back. I bought a new streamer from the US. I bought a new streamer. Sent it back since it needed a component repaired. The company forgot to mark it as a repaired item when they sent it back, so I ended up paying the full VAT once again. DHL and DPT will actually pay the value of the item as long as it's not glass. Oh, nice. Shadow, welcome. How are you? Yeah, see, the issue that we have now, though, is that if I do it through eBay, then eBay fees have to be accounted for as well. Then you got the shipping, and then you've potentially got someone else who's going to snipe that from the person that I'm trying to sell to, Andreas, you know? Andreas, I record myself packing an expensive parcel. That's a really good, that's a smart thing to do. Not a lot of people would do it, though. eBay shipping is terrible. I use it. So many things get lost or damaged. I've never really had an issue with, I've personally never had an issue with eBay shipping. Yeah, I was thinking about offers for the with the Buy It Now, Daz. I was thinking about the offers for Buy It Now. Andreas, are you on eBay? Can we do it through eBay? Just makes life a little bit easier. As much as I would love it to just be bank transfer or PayPal, whatever that is, because then we wouldn't have the eBay fees. I think it just covers everyone, right? Andreas, would you like it? We ship directly from our warehouse from eBay for eBay. We don't let eBay handle our products. Really, Rob? Yours is the tool shop in the US, isn't it? I shipped a router once across the US and it arrived really late. The buyer and device was smashed inside. Wow, J-Boy. Yeah, Andreas, would you be interested if I listed it up on eBay, buying it through eBay? If not, all good, I'll just list it. This one is sold to me, though. This one is sold to you. Yeah, yeah. I do have eBay, but I fear customs and VAT, to be honest. Fair enough, Andreas, no problem. I'll just list it on the UK one. He said he can't see the eBay anyway. Can't see the eBay. I would just list it as international. Because that issue's on my end. So, like, if somebody from rest of the world goes to my eBay, they'll see my page, but they won't see anything for sale. But all I have to do is change my postage options, because that's why people can't see stuff. It's because the postage doesn't allow it. A BIOS update. Lord Glove. Peripheros. My guy, I'm doing everything on this for you, okay? Now, the BIOS update will stay updated even if I do a Windows reset, because I'm assuming this hasn't actually been turned on in a very, very long time. So I'll go ahead and do all of the updates and stuff. But just know, Peripheros, that when you do get this, and it'll be a reset, if you notice stick drift, anything like that, do all the drivers. So do Windows updates and then go into the Armory crate and do all of those drivers and do all of that. And you'll be fine. You had 420 items sold, but now it shows 421. No! Yeah, I did. I sold some. Wait, in the last 10 minutes? No, I haven't sold something in the last 10 minutes on eBay. Wait, how many ROG allies have I got left? Somebody bought one whilst I was on stream. Wait, how many active have I got? There's one more ROG ally left in the UK. One more. For 320. Wow, is that literally the last one? It's here. How much are the ROGs? 320 with a charger. But that is a UK only. That's a UK only. Wait, so one sold, which means I've got to label that one. I sold one yesterday. And then if this one sells, I've got to label that one. And this one's already sold. ROG allies fly, man. ROG allies fly. Like, so quick. Jeez Louise. You can use 4 to list items and take payments with no fees. Oh, that's interesting, JFix. I didn't even consider that. I knew that that was the case with digital items. I didn't know that it was items that I could potentially stock. Melo, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Well, let me just check Fortable. Because Fortable's really, really good. I mean, I've never had an issue with Fortable, like payments-wise, anything like that. And it's nice and easy on the shop aspect, isn't it? Because it does take you to a different website for me. So if you click on shop, I've got a joeydostechfortable.com. It says that I'm live on Twitch. It's a pretty cool feature. You can list your own items and add them to your merch store. That's really cool. So if I went to here and go create, place an order, add post, create a product, launch promotion. Create a product and then sell something I have. New product, bad boy. It's in dollars. Can I change that to pounds? That's an issue, innit? Not being able to change it to pounds. Well, I guess if I done dollars, it would be more universal. So, like, for example, if I done then 350. Thing is, yeah, but then you don't have the protection and stuff, right? I feel like that's what eBay's really, really good at. Inventory, markers sold out, all of that good stuff. I'd love to be able to sell on my website because I use something called Odoo. Say Odoo and Marv appears. Odoo mentioned, yeah, careful. Yeah, because it'll just appear out of nowhere. Right, this is going through a BIOS update and all those things, guys. So, yeah, there's no point in me hanging around again just to talk to you about random stuff. There's not going to be another repair for today because we're at 4:45. So, I know this was only one repair, but I learned so much today. So, I am very, very grateful for your time. And I hope that one in the chat if you learned something as well, guys. One in the chat if you learned something. Because I learned a lot today. I learned a lot. Today was good for knowledge. Knowledge won today. Thank you to the support today as well. We had a lot of Prime subs and all of those good things. So thank you very, very much. The $2 super chat coming in earlier as well. Saying Garage Fund, but there is no Garage Fund. Guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I will be live next, probably on, what are we today? Tuesday, probably Thursday. Just depends, but that's my usual streaming day. I might be live tomorrow. Who knows? To maybe get like a Saber coming in with a gift this sub to Andreas. Thank you. I might go live tomorrow to maybe get just some more recording and stuff done with the ROGs, but hey ho. Guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll speak to you on Thursday. Okay, so 2 days' time. All right. Mucho lovage. Thank you for hanging out with me. And yep, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Have a good one. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. See you later, peeps. Much love.